Hi and welcome to this tutorial on Franzis by Fil Bo Riva. This is going to be a little bit difficult to explain because it's just due to Fil Bo Riva's sloppy playing style that it's really difficult to tell what he's actually doing, but I try to come up with a version that sounds something similar to what's being played in the song. And yeah, I'll show it to you right now. So let's start off with the intro and the verse. What you need is pretty much, first of all, capo on first fret, and then you have your open E string, and then your middle finger on the fourth fret related to the capo on the A string, and it sounds like this. So you've always got one pick down strum on the A string, E string, and then two upstrokes on the A string. So you do that 4 times, and then you I've got some kind of E major shape on this fourth fret, doesn't really sound like a chord, but still, the last time I strum it before I go down to an E major, I try to brush the A and the D string as well. So we've got that, and then slide it down to the second fret to a regular E major. And on the E major you do so that's E, D, E, A, E, D, D, A, E, A, E, D, A. And then for the last strum, again I do like almost the whole strum on the first 3 strings, really sloppy again, and then slide back up to the first chord shape, which is just pretty much our middle finger on the 4th fret, but then again I try to keep that shape. And then we start back again with the same riff as before. And then this time we only do it 3 times, and on the 4th time we slide up to the 6th fret of the A string. One more upstroke on that 7th fret, and then slide down to the E again. And then just abruptly stop on our last E note on the open E string. So altogether it sounds like this. Okay, so we do that a couple of times for the verse, and after that we move to the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is probably the most difficult part to explain because it's such a sloppy picking pattern that it's really hard to explain. So we start off at this power chord on the 4th fret of the A string, so that's 4th fret related to the capo, of course, with our pointer finger, A string, then D string, 6th fret, G string, 6th fret, and then we do, I usually just pick the first 2 strings, but just don't worry if you hit the other strings, it just suits the style of Fil Bo Riva really well. So that's A, D, A, then we move this exact shape up the string to the E string, and do the same thing. And on our last hit on this chord we slide up 1 fret to the 5th fret, and do the exact same thing again and slide this shape down to the open E string and E shape somehow. So the whole thing again sounds like this. And when we do it the second time around, we do a regular A major bar chord and do, so that's down, up, and also with this staccato feel. Yeah, put the pressure off the strings and make an abrupt sound. So again, the whole thing really slowly sounds like this. And this leads us into the chorus. And the chorus uses almost exactly the same chords, but this time not as power chords, but as full bar chords. So we've got this C sharp minor on the 4th fret, so that's a bar chord from A minor up at the 4th fret with a bar, and then we've got a G sharp major 7, so that's a bar on the 4th fret, ring finger on the 6th fret, 4th fret D string, 5th fret on the G string, and then 4th on B and E. And then we have a regular A major chord shape related to the capo, so on the 5th fret, and then down to a regular E major, but I use this fingering because it's easier to slide down from the A major to the E major. Okay, so we've got C sharp minor, G sharp major 7, A major, E major, and the rhythm sounds like this. Okay, so that's down strum on the C sharp minor, but we have only our bar and then we hammer on the rest of the chord. This needs a little bit of practice, not that easy. And then an upstroke. 3 downstrokes on the G sharp major 7. And also to get that funky rhythm going, you can also, whenever you release the pressure on those chords, you can do a muted down up strum. So okay, down, down, mute, down, up, down, and then go to the next chord. Okay, so it's always down, up, muted, down, up again, down, down, muted, down, up, down, and then the same thing again. So again, really slowly it sounds like this. Sorry, I forgot to mention, the second time around you do it in the chorus, you just stick on the A major. But again, don't worry too much about the strumming pattern, it's just what I do, what feels right for me. But again, this sloppy playing style by Fil Bo Riva, you can basically do anything. This is just what I would recommend doing. So again, okay, and after you've played the chorus, we get back to the verse, but this time around the verse is not played with this riff again, but I rather play it with palm muted full chords. The first chord is the C sharp minor, but with an open E string on top of it. and the second chord, as before, is the E major, the normal E major. So I'll just play it quickly. Second verse. And so on. And the strumming pattern that I use has accents on 1, 2, and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Makes it a bit more dynamic if you do it like that. And yeah, I also palm mute the strings, as I already said. So I put down the palm of my hand on the bridge where the strings are attached to the guitar to make that a muted sound. And again, feel free to use any rhythm that you want. It will sound perfectly fine if you have those accents on 1, 2, and 4. And I'm not even pretty sure if the rhythm that I'm using is the one that he actually uses. It's just, as I said, you can also just do down strums with the accents on 1, 2, and 4. Or as I do down and up strums. Down, 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 down. But again, feel free to use any rhythm that you like with these two chords. Okay, and then after the second verse we get into another chorus. It's exactly the same as before. And after that we get into that little bridge section where he just says, Franzis, I know you're really fancy, and something like that. And that's just our C sharp minor played, and then just let it ring out. And he sings over that chorus until we get back to the and then I think we've already covered every section of the song. I hope it was clear. Again, it's really difficult to explain because it's such a sloppy style that they play. But I hope that you got a feel of what it should sound like in the end, or what it can sound like in the end. If you choose to use any other strumming pattern or picking pattern, it will still sound fine if you use these chords. So, have fun playing this song, and thanks for watching. See you next time.